All right, folks, what is going on? Back with another video. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. Hopefully everything is good. Today is Tuesday, and yeah, the week is starting off pretty gloomy. It's rainy out here, but it's not too bad. It's all good. If you're out here working like I am, that is awesome. If you're grinding, that's great. If you're maintaining, that's even better. Keep up the good work. And over here I talk about gaming and everything under that umbrella, and we're going to talk a little football, and I also have another topic as well. So I got two topics today. We'll talk a little bit of football, college football 26, and I want to talk about these payment processes and censorship. I want to talk about those two in the same video, not necessarily in the same light, but you know what I mean. So if this is your first time here, welcome. All my links are down in the description if you want to check out any of my other stuff: YouTube channels, Rumble, TikTok, Twitch, X account, all that good stuff is down there. Hopefully you guys will check that out. I really appreciate you. All of you guys are checking out the content. All right, with that being said, college football 26, they just did a title update, and I'm looking like, wow. Now, full disclosure, and this may be a turnoff to y'all, I have not played college football 26 since the 10-hour trial that I had. So yeah, I was going to hold off on buying this game, and now I probably am glad I did that. Not saying the game is bad, but when you look at this title update is long, and it has a lot of updates and changes, some things that are being fixed, logic, AI, tackling, plays, visuals, and I'm sitting there looking like, why would I pay over $50 for this game? You know what I mean? Like I paid the premium for college football 25 because I was just excited to buy the game, and I was excited that college football was back. But I wasn't going to fall for it for a second time with 26, and I basically just waited and see what was up. Now, some people saying that the game is good. For some people that I've seen that said, I believe them, because some people don't have no reason to lie or whatever. But some people are just happy to have the game, and I get it. But when I look at this title update, I'm like, yo, is all this stuff was really an issue, and some people didn't say anything? I mean, it's kind of crazy. If you haven't seen it already, I'll have the link down in the description so you can see it. It is pretty wild, all the stuff that was that needed to be updated and fixed. And I'm sitting like, yo, like, people pay premium for this, and you got to deal with this many updates. It's like, it's basically changing the game that they purchased. I don't know, man. It's kind of crazy when you look at it at the end of the day, where people have to spend a lot of money. And some people may not think it's a lot of money. Yeah, you're broke. Yeah, I'm broke. I'm not gonna lie. I don't have no money, and the economy's crazy out here. I'm trying to make it happen. Yeah, it is what it is. And there are people out here that are spending their money for a game that's going to be totally different down the road, and people who wait are going to be spending, less money. And, by the time, September, October, and even November come around, it's going to be a totally different game. You could probably get this game for $30, maybe $20. And that's not fair to the people who buy the game day one, and they're trying to get that experience that you'll get later on because of all the fixes and bugs. This is why I told myself that I was not going to buy this game until later, or I'll probably just wait to get it on EA Play when it's basically free, and I'll play it I'll play it that way. So that's kind of crazy. Like I said, like 15 times. But yeah, it's a lot of bugs and fixes that they're working on, and it just has me scratching my head like, why would I pay the $100 something for the premium edition? Why would I pay, $70 for the regular edition? And be honest, why would I pay $50 for it? That's kind of crazy. I'm just going to sit back and wait until the game is at maybe $30, maybe $20, and I'll buy it then. I mean, it is what it is at this point. I got so many football games, I don't need the new one like that anyway. But yeah, that's what we're dealing with. Second thing I want to talk about is these payment processors and the censorship in gaming and trying to take games off of platforms. I haven't said much about this because I really didn't want to get into this, and I'm not in this video. But I will say this. Things happen for a reason, and things happen in cycles. Everything that's pushed in some form of activism comes in full circle. These people who are being activists behind taking these controversial games down, it comes back in full circle. I'm not saying that everything's going to be okay, but if you do your due diligence and push back on stuff that actually makes sense and stuff that is actually based on law, you're going to be fine. All of these games that are being taken away for some crazy reason will be restored at some point. That's what I firmly believe. You know, all this stuff with Visa and MasterCard is doing is wild and is off the wall, but there's a reason why other people will come into the space and do what you want to do as a consumer. You know, they're talking about Elon with this X payment processing thing. I don't know how that is, but there's other payment processors out there that will do the bidding, or they will want your business. That happens in all aspects. You can look at any type of situation that has happened throughout history. There's been some form of leeway or some way of workaround to where it works out in your favor, unless if it's like a completely egregious behavior that has been happening. And I'm not talking about those things. I'm talking about the stuff that is basically by law, that is morally right, regardless what you think about it. Whatever games you may feel like, oh, they shouldn't be playing, these are adults that can play these certain games, and they should be able to because they're adults. Because the loopholes in all of this is like, okay, yeah, what about the other content that's out there? At some point, there's going to be a stop and say, hey, wait a minute, this is stupid, and let's get back to normalcy. It always ends up that way. So I'm not really tripping on it too much. I think it's kind of egregious what's going on, but I don't think it's going to be a situation where everything's going to be shut down and what you had in the past is going to be taken away completely. Not in this instance anyway. There are some things out there that it does work out like that, but there are still ways of doing it. It's just not the way that we're used to. So there are some things that are out there that you may feel like it's not the same anymore, but yeah, that's what it is. It's not the same, but it's still, you still have access to whatever you want to do as far as a consumer. Like, you may not be able to buy these things in this fashion, but you'll be able to get these things in a different fashion. You know, it may not be going through a certain avenue, you know, certain payment processors or whatever the case may be, but the content will be there for you to buy. So the not suitable for work stuff that you want, you're going to be able to get eventually. It's just going to come out in a different way or a different situation that you may have to obtain it, but it's going to happen. So I know people are freaking out about this stuff, and I get it. You know, it's something that shouldn't happen. These are things that are new, but at the end of the day, everything that's been pushed, most of the things, or probably like 95% of the things that's been pushed in the name of activism or change, it has been fixed, and it all comes back in full circle somewhere or another. So don't worry. With that being said, y'all let me know what y'all think. Hey, look, man, Madden is going to have the same issue. College Football 26 got this big old patch notes thing, and I'm like, why did I pay for this? I'm glad I didn't, but that's what some people are probably going to be thinking. But the other thing about the censorship, I believe wholeheartedly deep down it's going to work out. So I'm not worried about that for the most part. Yeah, it's crazy, but these two things, man, it's crazy. It's just wild. It's just wild, you know. But as far as College Football 26, oh my Lord, I mean, it really needed that many fixes. That's crazy. But let me know what y'all think. I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all take it easy. Y'all be blessed, and I'm out. Peace.